Longtime fans of the Karate Kid franchise have always wished to get a prequel of the beloved film series, and they did with the debut of Cobra Kai, this time centered around William Zabka's Johnny Lawrence. Did you know that it was another sitcom that paved the way for this to come true? Yes, there was that time where How I Met Your Mother foretold Cobra Kai. Don't believe us? Then keep on watching to know more. First up, how did How I Met Your Mother instigate the creation of Cobra Kai? Few people could have predicted that Johnny Lawrence, William Zabka, the ostensible villain of Karate Kid, would become a captivating antihero more than 30 years later with Cobra Kai. Josh Heald, Jon Hurwitz, and Hayden Schlossberg were among a small group of persons who persuaded Zabka and Sony Pictures Television to launch a series focused on the bad guys. However, there was another unexpected source in pop culture that understood the concept would work: the sitcom How I Met Your Mother. But just a quick recap for those who don't know about this show: How I Met Your Mother aired on CBS for 9 seasons, with largely positive reviews and one apocalyptically negative finale. The show's concept is right there in the title. As many of you are probably aware, Ted Mosby, who was portrayed by the late Bob Saget, gathers his children in the distant future of 2030 to tell them the expansive story of how he met their mother. Throughout more than 200 episodes, it becomes evident that Ted's story is more about being young and having a good time in New York City with your pals than anything else. As a result, the series is chock full of pop culture references that college-educated NYC nerds could love. So what connects these two shows? These two shows are interconnected thanks to one character's love for them. Barney Stinson, played by Neil Patrick Harris, appears to be the most knowledgeable about the classic films and television episodes he enjoys. Barney is a lifelong bachelor who spends much of his substantial income on pop culture artifacts, such as a life-size model of Stormtrooper guarding his flat. Barney's pop culture interests are exposed in a season 4 episode, dating back to his youth spent in a humble home with his single mother Loretta, played by Frances Conroy. This show provides the framework for what would later become reoccurring humor about Johnny Lawrence and the Karate Kid, as well as unknowingly softening the TV landscape for the advent of Cobra Kai. How did the show insert the Karate Kid into the dialogue? The gang visits Barney's childhood home just outside of town in How I Met Your Mother Season 4, Episode 15. Marshall, who is also a Cobra Kai enthusiast, sees Barney's room and approves of the Karate Kid poster above his bed, played by Jason Segel. Karate Kid's a great movie, Barney responds. It's a story of a hopeful young karate enthusiast whose dreams and moxie take him all the way to the All-Valley Karate Championship. Of course, sadly he loses in the final round to that nerd kid, but he learns an important lesson about gracefully accepting defeat.
Big poster of the Karate Kid above your bed.
Hey, Karate Kid's a great movie. It's the story of a hopeful young karate enthusiast whose dreams and moxie take him all the way to the All-Valley Karate Championship. Of course, sadly, he loses in the final round to that nerd kid. But he learns an important lesson about gracefully accepting defeat.
Marshall's wife Lily, played by Allison Hannigan, asks if Barney has things mixed up. Is he truly rooting for Karate Kid's the bad guy, Johnny Lawrence? To this, Barney quipped, "No, I root for the scrawny loser from New Jersey who barely even knows karate. When I watch the Karate Kid, I root for the Karate Kid, Johnny Lawrence from the Cobra Kai dojo." Get your head out of your ass, Lily.
Wait, when you watch the Karate Kid, you actually root for that mean blonde boy?
No, I root for the scrawny loser from New Jersey who barely even knows karate. When I watch the Karate Kid, I root for the Karate Kid, Johnny Lawrence from the Cobra Kai dojo. Get your head out of your ass, Lily.
As it turns out, Barney Stinson, the popular sitcom icon that he is, influenced the idea of Johnny Lawrence as the hero of Cobra Kai. Barney's admiration for William Zabka's Johnny Lawrence and his honest belief that he is the true hero of the Karate Kid became a running gag for the rest of How I Met Your Mother. In the Season 8 episode, The Bro Mitzvah, both William Zabka and Ralph Macchio play themselves. And in the final season, Zabka becomes essentially a supporting character, appearing in 6 episodes as a guest at Barney's season-long wedding. Because of Barney's consistent characterization, the joke works. Even Barney's closest friends confess that he is virtually a villain himself. Thus, he would connect with the villain in a movie. Barney is a self-centered rake who values pretty ladies, expensive suits, and power above all else. The joke continues to take on a new level as the series progresses and Zabka becomes a more frequent presence. Johnny Lawrence, like any other movie hero, has dreams and moxie, as Barney so well puts it. And in the end, he does learn an important lesson about accepting defeat gracefully. Winners write history, and Daniel LaRusso, played by Ralph Macchio, won the Karate Kid film franchise. From Johnny's perspective, wouldn't things be rather different? He put in the same amount of effort as Daniel. Is it his fault that Daniel was taught by the gentle and modest Mr. Miyagi rather than the cold and calculated John Kreese? That's why Barney's Johnny Lawrence obsession works as a joke and a character-building exercise on How I Met Your Mother. And it's the same premise that led to the birth and popularity of the Cobra Kai. Fortunately, this stint was one of the reasons that inspired Cobra Kai co-creator Josh Heald to pitch the idea for the show. In an interview with CBR back in 2020, Heald opened up that this particular episode made them think that they weren't the only ones thinking about a show that focused on Johnny Lawrence's perspective. All that just kind of buoyed us a little bit when we were conceiving the show and comparing the storylines to pitch the show because it made us feel confident that we weren't the only ones, and we don't think we were, Heald said. But it was nice to see other creators have Karate Kid on the mind. While William Zabka's time on How I Met Your Mother did not directly contribute to the establishment of Cobra Kai, it did serve as a useful reminder that certain ideas are just too fantastic to pass up. And since we're already at the topic of Cobra Kai, the question must be asked, will Season 5 be the penultimate season? The Cobra Kai Season 5 trailer has recently dropped, which got fans asking if this will be the series' last. When Thomas Ian Griffith's Terry Silver declares, "Today is a turning point at Cobra Kai," he means it. This show's seasons have all ended on a game-changing cliffhanger. Sam, Mary Mauser, starting loss against Tori, Peyton List, at the All-Valley Karate Championship forced Daniel, Ralph Macchio, and Johnny, William Zabka, to close their dojos, Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang respectively last season. With Cobra Kai Dojo's Silver is set to take over the entire valley. Daniel, however, wishes to take the head of the snake, notably the Cobra, following the cruelty he inflicted on teenage Daniel in The Karate Kid Part 3. Silver was the crazy villain in the first 3 sequels, and it appears that another psychotic villain will be required to stop him. Chozen, Yuki Akamoto, makes his debut at the end of Cobra Kai Season 4. Chozen, the main villain from The Karate Kid Part 2, gained redemption in Cobra Kai Season 3 after teaching Daniel a hidden technique that enabled him to defeat Kreese, Martin Grove, at the season's conclusion. But can Chozen's arrival into the fray turn the tables on our heroes? When the two stare each other down, Chozen may still bring up his psycho villain side, declaring that he's gasoline to Silver's fire. Who knows what additional Miyagi-Do methods Chozen has under his sleeve? Chozen's iconic weapon, the Okinawan Sai, makes numerous telling cameos in the Season 5 teaser, much as it did in the Season 3 teaser. Is it possible that Silver has some unique weapons? If that's the case, we're hoping for nunchucks. Whatever happens, we predict an explosive confrontation between these two classic Karate Kid villains. What else we look forward to next season? Meanwhile, Season 5 brings us out of the valley, much like Karate Kid Part 2. This time, though, it is not Okinawa. This is Mexico. Miguel, Xolo Mariduena, embarked on a quest to find his missing biological father in Mexico at the end of Season 4. Johnny promised Miguel's mother, Carmen, Vanessa Rubio, that he would return him safely, but he's bringing his estranged son, Robbie, Tanner Buchanan, along for the hunt. Conspicuously lacking in the trailer is the presence of Kreese. In a flashback to the All-Valley Karate Championship at the end of last season, he appears, but was set up by Silver and that gonzo lunatic. Season 4 finale MacGuffin and put to jail. Kreese's main ally in both cases has been Silver, so this betrayal must be avenged. Thankfully, Season 5 will not take as long as previous seasons. Cobra Kai's new season is usually released in its entirety on New Year's Day, making it the first big binge of the year. The date has been pushed forward to September 9th this year. Cobra Kai creator Josh Heald has stated that there will be an endgame, but that there will be at least 6 seasons. Season 6 has not yet been approved, as it depends on the success of Season 5. With that, we're wrapping up today's episode about the How I Met Your Mother Foretold Cobra Kai and other news about the series. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on before you go. And we'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching!